Demonic influence is different. They will influence as many people became around them. So the enemy want to find someone who has a strong influence over other people, and then will literally go and influence that person. That person literally don't understand it, will be deceived. And then whatever they learn, they will influence other people. So, and then all the demonic influence started to spread. And the demonic started to do whatever he want. If a city has demonic influence in every area, in the school, in the media, in you name it, right, in the music, all this demonic influence, and your children grew up in those influence, you grew up in those influence, guess what? It's not a good place. It's not God, and it's very difficult for these people to stop. So demonic influence that's why you and I, we need to search what is true. What is really true? It's not just listen to everything, just thinking, okay, that's it. No, question it. Ask God, check it out, because in the last days, there's going to be many scoffers, and also many will come with demonic teaching and doctrine, to try to deceive the elect. It will be rebellious, there will be, all these kind of things going to come. So when you hear the truth, don't run away. Run to it. Embrace it. Ask God to give you more truth. The more truth you have, the more truth will set you free. If you have truth in this area, but you don't have truth in this area, God wants to give you truth all around. If you have friends, but the family relationship is not that good, then God wants to give you truth about your family relationship. You see, it's a truth that will set you free. When you have God's truth in you, it's a powerful blessing over your life. Remember this. Your enemies, it's not going to be your enemies anymore. You don't have to be afraid of men. You don't have to be afraid of people, right? The demonic spirit will make you afraid of them, but you will have more fear of God than fear of men. What men do to you is nothing, but what God do to you is what counts. So you don't have to be afraid. The other thing is what happened is, how do you know you've been set free from those things? Is when you're not ashamed of the gospel. When you can go and tell people who Jesus is, you can speak the word of God, you're not ashamed of the gospel. The moment you feel shame, because that's one of the signs of the demonic python, make you ashamed. The moment, you did this, you did that, shame comes on you. Or sometimes maybe you don't feel it, but sometimes the demonic influence you to put shame on someone else. How many grow their children thinking, I'm going to tell this shame on you and hoping they will do better? They don't do better, they do worse. Right? Some coaches use shame to grow their children. Right? We need love, we need encouragement, we need truth, we need compassion, we need affection. Right? And that's how godly parents will with their children. Right? Instead of like scolding them day and night. So if that's you've been in a place where you felt like there's all some of the things that I've mentioned here today. Right? We're going to pray that things is going to start changing in your life. One thing is start to hear the truth. But you need to change the position of your heart. The moment your heart started to change, the position of your heart started to change. And this is probably the most important thing for this morning. It's not how other people has been telling you. It's not what you encounter. It's not all your circumstances, situation around. The most important thing is like, what is your situation with God first? The Bible said to love Him with all our hearts. How's your heart? So the heart needs to change position. You switch your position. See, Mary and Martha both know who Jesus is, but not both of them know how to switch their heart. Martha cried when Lazarus was dead. Brother Lazarus is already dead in the tomb. She cried because Lazarus is dead. Mary cried when she saw Jesus. Why? Not because of Lazarus. She cried because she saw Jesus, knowing She changed, he know who Jesus is, changed the heart. Why? Because Mary has sit at the feet of Jesus, spending time to listen and hear his voice. No, and when he saw Jesus, she cried. And that's what touched the heart of Jesus. Martha didn't do nothing, right? She just went back and cried. So your cry and my cry, right? It's if there's a situation that we're crying for, but people come around you, people falsely accuse you, all this kind of thing. But when you cry for the right reason, for what really mattered in your life, that's when God started to change, started to move things for you. That's when you start to see resurrection powers. That's when you see God start to move. 1 Samuel chapter 2.